It is 1926 on Thursday, May the 14th, and welcome to episode 38, number 38. This is the finale of the chocolate truffle royale cake. So, got my food in the oven still, so I'm just waiting on the food. But yeah, this is going to be the finale of the cake. Unfortunately, honestly, it's a pretty sad day. Obviously, I've been really looking forward to eating this. The entire day I've been looking forward to this, and it's about to happen. Just have to get through my chicken chunks and my taters. I've already eaten my baby carrots, of course. That seems to be the new, my new schedule. It's more of a snack now. After I have my second walk of the day, my afternoon walk, I will have the baby carrots as I watch a video. And it ends up working out great. It sort of tides me over until supper, depending, because I don't know when I'm eating, because it's all dependent on when I have privacy. So, a bit of a later video tonight. So I'm quite hungry. I am famished. I am very much looking forward to this. So we have 2 minutes left. I have some huge news, by the way, which I'll probably just wait to tell you. Because I'm sort of waiting on the food, so I don't want to interrupt the huge news. So here's what we're listening to. Once again, of course, those are the keyboards from the infamous keyboard track. Not really infamous, but it's the keyboard track from Cries from a Defective Mind. Once again, you should know this by now. By the way, when was this recorded? Tell me. Go on. You should know by now. I've been listening to this song. I mentioned it in every one of my videos. I don't know how many times we've listened to this specific track. Probably like at least five times. I mean, there's been 38 videos. But yeah, that song was recorded in March of 2024, over 2 years ago. Good times back then. Good golly, were those the days when I could actually do stuff. However, honestly, I mean, it can't compare to now, considering my diet, my cake diet. By the way, I mentioned this is the finale of the cake, of the chocolate truffle cake, but this is not the finale of cake. I'm having more cake. I don't care. I'm addicted to cake now. And I'm maintaining my I was about to say my sexual body, my sexy figure. I'm maintaining it despite trying to, despite my best attempts at ruining it with a pound of cake a day. But it's working out, so I'm having more cake. And that'll lead into my big surprise. So it's just about done. So give me a second. I got to take my food out of the oven. Okay. Yeah, so I cooked this food at 420 degrees this time, as opposed to 425. I feel like specifically the taters were a little too crispy on the outside the last several times. I think that's probably because I've been eating less, because I'm having, this huge batch of cake for dessert. And so I've been having less chicken chunks and less taters. And I think the food cooks more when there's less stuff on the pan, obviously, right? Now, what am I doing here? I got my utensils, but I don't need those now. I need the tongs. So yeah, it called for 425. So that's what I've been cooking it at. But today, I tried 420. I'm not a weed guy. I just thought, let's cook it for less temperature. I mean, I could have cooked it for less time, as opposed to a lower temperature, but for some reason I did, which is really stupid of me because it takes so long to cook. Why don't I just cook it at 425 and I'll just cook it for less time? That's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow, or not tomorrow, whenever I have this next. I don't think I'm eating this tomorrow. But They look very similar, so I don't even think that changed. I feel like most people probably think I'm like a pothead or something. I'm assuming, especially if they've like heard my music or seen any of my videos or maybe looked at me or heard me talk. But no, I'm not a pothead. I don't smoke weed. I used to back in the day. I need to put some ketchup on it. We need to get to eating this because we have cake to eat later. I used to smoke weed regularly, just a little bit, but it's funny how the camera's shaking when I'm shaking the the ketchup. But I quit smoking weed like when I was 28, and I'm 43 now. Now I did have some after that. Like for my 30th birthday, a couple friends came down and we jammed and smoked weed. And then weed became legal in Canada in 2018, and I bought a little bit. I smoked a tiny joint and it was way too strong. That was 2018, 8 years ago. And I haven't smoked anything since. So I don't do anything. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm very, very boring. You've probably assumed that by watching any of my videos. You're like, yeah, this guy's definitely boring. Okay, I'm very hungry. I am absolutely famished. I like saying famished instead of starving. I forgot to turn off the light again. The reason I keep forgetting is because I don't have enough hands. I would have to turn the light off with my elbow. That's why I keep forgetting. Oh, so I opened up a new box of chicken chunks and a new package of taters. And so one thing about the chicken chunks, I can't really show you because I would have to tilt the... I can't tilt that much. One thing about the chicken chunks is some of them are like quite large. And they're like actually mini chicken tenders. Like this one, for example, it's quite long. There was a really long one that I didn't eat, that I didn't cook. I'm saving that for next time, I guess. It was really long though. All right, so let's just dive in. Actually, they do look slightly less golden brown. The taters, that is. Oh yeah. I think it did make a slight difference. So I either like go to 415 or I just leave it at 420 and cook it for slightly less time. I don't know why I'm eating another one of the taters. Oh, this hits the spot. That hits the spot. Oh my God. Well, that's just perfect. Tastes so good. This is once again the French's ketchup. Oh man, that is just so good. So good. I feel like the French's ketchup has slightly more bite compared with the Heinz ketchup. I don't know what that bite would be, but my theory that I was theorizing myself was maybe it's because French's was originally, the mustard company, and then they started putting ketchup, and they're like, hey, let's try to add some bite to this ketchup. I mean, there's really no bite, but I feel like the Heinz stuff, there is a slight difference in taste. Either way, I do like it. Let's try one of the long ones. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God. This is these are the best chicken chunks ever. I'm so happy that I started eating these again. So happy. Mmm. Oh my God. By the way, I forgot to mention yesterday, in yesterday's video, I saw a coyote yesterday on my morning walk. I look up and there's a coyote up ahead and it's walking the same direction I am, but it's like looking back at me. And it's like, what's that guy? And it didn't run away initially or anything. It was just like walking ahead and like looking back at me. So I just kept walking. I was like, what's this guy doing? This is me asking myself, what's this coyote doing? Then after a few seconds, it stopped and like was looking like back and forth, like where is it gonna go? I think it expected me to walk a different direction, but I just kept walking. And then it ended up going into the woods. It looked like a younger one too. Not a baby or anything, but it looked like it hadn't fully aged yet. Okay, so we got 2 left, 2 taters, 4 taters, 2 of these. What are these called? Chicken chunks. This chunk was so big, I'm gonna have to cut it into 3. So amazingly good. Yeah, I think I'm really warming up to this ketchup. I don't think it matters whether it's Heinz or whether it's French's. I'm down. All of a sudden I have an overabundance of taters. What happened? I think the reason I brought up that I opened up a new box of chicken chunks was because I only cooked 5. Yesterday I cooked 6. But, you know, because I opened up a new box, I was using the larger chicken chunks. So I thought, let's go back to 5 chunks. Because I still have a whole bunch of cake to eat. Now I only have 1 tater and 3 chunks of chicken. So the question is, when do I tell you about my big surprise? I either do it before I get the cake, or after I eat the cake. I don't know. Because I'm going to be busy eating the cake when I'm eating the cake. I guess I can milk it for the rest of the video. Yeah, so I'll start talking about it when I'm rinsing my plate. That's a good idea, because I don't do anything when I'm doing that anyway. That was amazing. I love this meal so much, including the baby carrots that I have as a snack. Those baby carrots were so good too. Okay, so we have one chunk of cake left. I'm not going to bring... Yes, I am going to bring the cake over. I forgot. So, the big surprise is... It's official. I am going into town again. Ooh, you hear the crowd roaring in applause. So last night I was thinking about going back into town because I hadn't sort of visualized it completely, hadn't structured everything. I don't know I hadn't planned everything. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I hadn't fully planned everything. And so I was just going over it in my mind when I was in bed, before I went to sleep. And then everything finally clicked for me. So one of the things I mentioned was I wanted to go to 2 different grocery stores so that I could try to find as many of the school snacks as possible. However, one of the grocery stores is in like the south end of the city, and that's as far away from me as possible. And so I didn't like that idea. And I was timing everything out in my head yesterday because I have to make a video as well, and it was cutting it too close. I didn't have enough time. I feel like it was possible that I wouldn't have enough time. And so I ended up figuring out what to do. So, instead of going to, so basically another reason why I wanted to go to that grocery store in the south end was because there was also a Shoppers Drug Mart right next to it. And Shoppers Drug Mart also sells those school snacks. And so that way I could have many different possibilities on trying to find the most school snacks I could. But then I realized, you know what? There are multiple Shoppers Drug Mart. Shoppers Drug Mart is sort of like Tim Hortons. It's the Tim Hortons of pharmacies, but it also sells food and stuff. And so, yeah, there are multiple Tim Hortons, and there's a big one, multiple Shoppers Drug Marts, and there's a big one that can be on the way to the big grocery store that I've been going to for making all these videos I've been making. The Superstore, that's where I've been going when I'm in town and making these videos on location, where I get the all those snacks, and I got the cake there last time, the red velvet cheesecake. So I'll just, instead of going to that other grocery store, I'm just gonna go to that other Shoppers Drug Mart on the way to the Superstore. So I'll do that first, see what they have. Need the spatula. And then I'll just go to the Superstore Plaza. And I have like 5 different places to go to in the Superstore Plaza. So I can get everything done pretty much when I'm at the Superstore. So it'll work out perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to give a little... We're going to take a break with talking about that for a second. I do have to bring the cutting board because I don't know how I'm going to do this. Because I can't get the spatula in there. Maybe I can. Let's just try this. Okay. That worked. Oh my God, this looks so good. I also want to get all the chunks, all the potential chunks. Yeah, like what are these called? The shavings, the chocolate shavings. Okay, now I want to get the other piece. The big piece. That was just a small piece. And I don't want any extra stuff to be left. Oh my God, this is going to be good. So there's a bunch of shavings left on here as well that I have to pick up. Come on. Trying to get as much stuff as possible. Lots of chocolate shavings on this one. And there's still more too. Okay, I think there may even be a couple more. Like literally a couple. Okay, good. So that's all done. I don't even think I need that other knife. But whatever, it's here. So let's lick this. Can you see this? Licking the spatula. All right. Let's close the, it's really sad seeing that empty cake box. Oh my God. But it's not going to be empty for long. Well, this box will be, but I'm going to get a new cake box very shortly. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Shoppers Drug Mart first. Then I'm going to go to the Superstore Plaza, and I'm going to go to Bulk Barn. I told you about that in a previous episode. It has a whole bunch of candy. So I'm going to get a whole bunch of candy. I'll get like 5. I'll only get a small amount of each kind of candy, but I'm going to get a whole bunch of different kinds, like probably at least 20 different kinds of candy. And so I'm going to have a huge taste test for one of these desserts, upcoming desserts. A huge candy taste test. Oh. All right, so here you have it. Look at that. That looks really nice. It's a huge, well, this is a quarter, and then this is, when you add these together, it's a third of the cake. So, oh, this is what I've been waiting for all day. So yeah, huge candy taste test. Gonna get the candy, and then after the candy, what am I doing? I think I'm gonna go straight to Hero Burger, and I'm going to get my smashed burger and fries, and I'll make my video on location. Now the question is, where do I eat it? I could go to the same place I went to eat the pizza. There's also like a skate park, like a park across the street, but that means I would have to cross the street. It's sort of a busy intersection. I don't know if I want to do that on camera, but I don't know. I'll have to think about that. And then after I make the video, then I can go to the Superstore and I will check for other various stuff. I will check for multiple different things. I'll check the cake situation because I want to get a cake there. I'll check the, what else? The school snacks. And what else? School snacks. I want to get the croissants. I want to get some croissants. And there's more. I want to check the bakery for some other items. And I'll check for potential other items as well. But I don't want to get too much though. Like I made the mistake last time. I'm really not going to I don't really want to just try random things at the bakery again, because the brookie and the brownie that I got last time, I was not impressed by that at all. However, I was extremely impressed with the croissants, with the mini croissants. So, all right, so let's just start eating, because I need to eat this. I'm very hungry. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I have a whole bunch of chocolate shavings. Maybe I'll put them on top. So I'll do that, and then at the end, I'll go to the pizza place, order my pizza. That's another thing. I've been thinking about what I want to do. I think I'm going to get 2 different pizzas. I'm just like probably either 2 smalls or 2 mediums. I don't want to eat too much, but I don't know what to do. Honestly, I should probably just get 2 small pizzas. That's probably what I should do. That way I'll be able to eat a nice dessert as well. Yeah, I think I just decided that that's what I'm going to do. Because if I get 2 like I want to get 2 mediums, but then I would have to eat 2 medium pizzas on consecutive days. And I think that's too much. That's too much. Plus, on the first day, I'm eating a burger and fries for lunch. So, yeah, I think I just decided what I'm going to do. The question is, what pizzas am I going to get? And that's what I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out later. Yeah, this is really good. Today is the best before date of the cake, the 14th, right? Yeah. So I can sort of tell that the Rich Devil's Food Cake is starting to dry up slightly, but it still tastes really good. I guess that's what happens when you leave it. I guess that's what happens when you buy 2 8-inch diameter cakes, and you have to eat them over the span of 6 days, like what I did. However, I'm definitely getting a cake at the Superstore. The question is which cake I get. So I think I have 3 different choices that I'd like to get. One of them is the chocolate truffle. This is the chocolate truffle royale. So this also has the white chocolate. So I'm thinking about getting the chocolate truffle royale. There's also the chocolate fudge cake, which looks really good. It also contains the Rich Devil's Food Cake and then has chocolate fudge layers as well. And then there's the banana chocolate cake, which I don't think I've seen at any of the grocery stores, but it is on their website. So I don't know if that even exists at a grocery store. But I'll look. And then, of course, there's the chocolate brownie cheesecake. But I've literally already eaten that 3 times on the video series. And on Saturday, I'm going back to the grocery store anyway. What day? Not this Saturday, next Saturday. So if I'm still on the cake train, I'll just get a cake at my normal grocery store, on my normal grocery day. Oh my God. Tastes so good. Yeah, this cake is an absolute banger. And when I'm waiting for my pizzas to get made, I think literally next door, I think I think it's 2 stores over from the pizza place is Dollarama, which also specializes in those school snack type of things. So I have 3 different stores I'll look for the school snacks. So we have Shoppers Drug Mart, we'll have the Superstore, and then we have Dollarama. So I think I will get as good of a variety as I can. And if I'm not happy with something, maybe I'll be able to find it online on Amazon or something. And then I'll come home. So yeah, once that clicked for me last night, it all made sense. And I planned it all out today, this morning. And I'm definitely going. I don't think I said when. Tuesday. I'm going on Tuesday. So I'm really happy about that. Really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to getting another cake. So I don't know what I'm going to eat for dessert on Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are the pizza days. So yeah, I guess it depends on how much pizza I eat. But I mean, there's the candy taste test. There's the candy, yeah, taste test. So, and I'll have cake, and I still have a whole bunch of chocolate bars. Hopefully I'll have a bunch of croissants as well. So still lots of fun stuff going on. By the way, it's supposed to be very hot that day. Yeah, on Tuesday, it's supposed to be 27 degrees. Can you see that? I don't know, I feel like it's like one of these days. 27 degrees. I think we determined that 27 is 86 Fahrenheit. So it's going to be hot. I don't know what kind of clothes I'm going to wear. Obviously, that would be t-shirt weather. But I don't like going out in a t-shirt if it's sunny. So it depends on the cloud situation. I'll either be wearing a long sleeve shirt or a t-shirt. I'll probably have my hat on if it's sunny, because my bald head, don't want to get that burnt. I don't think I've given you a close-up yet. This is a horrible piece to give you a close-up of. It feels like it's about to fall apart. Yeah, I'm sticking with the La Roca cakes because those are money. Those cakes are money. They know what they're doing. So, I mean, I could get 2 cakes when I'm out there, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Because I'm having pizza. I'll have other stuff like the croissant. And then my normal grocery day is on the Saturday. So it's only 4 days away from the Tuesday. And I can always just get a cake at that grocery store. So I'll probably just get 1 cake on Tuesday. All right. I was back up to 135 today, though I was only up 0.2 pounds compared to yesterday. So it's probably because I had 6 chicken chunks yesterday. And I did a whole bunch of digesting today, so maybe I'll be back to 134 tomorrow. This 1 pound of cake a day, though, this 1 pound of cake a day diet was really going to flip the world on its head. It's going to go viral. I'm going to become a millionaire. Oh yeah, this is why I need my knife. For this specific time. So that I could stick it on my fork. Okay, so there's another quarter of the cake gone. Now I just have, this slice is really pretty actually. It's very well cut. So let's get a nice shot of that. It's very nice. The side. So that's how thick it is. That's like a normal slice. It's probably a big slice. So this is my seconds. So what did I do? I like doing it like this. Yeah, because that way I can cut it nicely on the camera. Though I think I'm going to go from the end, from the side. Getting a little messy over here. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to eating that burger too. Because they do make good burgers, and I've never had their smash burger before. And it's got all the toppings that I like. A bunch of veggies as well, so. Yeah, so if it does rain, I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's not really any shelter. I might have to stand underneath one of those areas where you put the carts, because it is sheltered. So I might have to be amongst the shopping carts when I'm eating. Oh. Lips are getting dirty. All right, so we got 2 bites left. That's it. All right, last one. I better savor it. Need my trusty knife. All right. Accidentally hit the camera, the tripod there. Well, what a sad day. No more cake. But you could tell along the bottom of the sides, it was starting to dry up slightly. So it was time for it to be eaten. But it is sad. No more cake. That's another cake eaten on the video series. So I wonder how many cakes that is now that I've eaten on the video series. So I think I've had the brownie chocolate cheesecake. I've had that once. I've had it twice. I've eaten other cakes, not on this specific video series, but on my other video series. I'm not going to count those though. So I had the 2 brownie chocolate cheesecakes. I had the big brownie chocolate cheesecake. I had this one, and I had the red velvet cheesecake. That might be it. I think that's it. So, well, 5 cakes. I mean, that's a lot. 3 of them were the big 8-inch diameter ones. I didn't finish the red velvet cheesecake. I think I only ate 2/3 of that. But I ate all of the others. So I wish I had more cake. Not right now. I'm full right now, but in the future. Anyway, that's going to be it for the cake for a little while. So, which brings us to what's going on tomorrow. So tomorrow I think I'm switching up both meals. Tomorrow I'm having tubetti. So the pasta. It's going to have a little bit of that. And then tomorrow's going to be the Pop-Tart video. The Pop-Tart taste test. It's very funny because the Pop-Tart taste test was supposed to be my very first Todd Eats video, but my grocery store only had one kind of Pop-Tart. So that didn't end up happening, but now I've got 10 different flavors that I'm going to be eating tomorrow. So that video, I think that video is going to look different. It's going to be in the kitchen for the Pop-Tart portion of it. And it's going to be all handheld, I think. But I'll try to make the camera work decent. I'll be showing a lot of the Pop-Tarts, and unfortunately there's going to be a lot of close-ups of me, but it's going to be in the kitchen because I have to microwave the Pop-Tarts. So, but I already have the formatting, like how I'm going to do it, all in my head, so it should go smoothly. Really looking forward to it, actually, because I haven't had a Pop-Tart in quite a while. And so that's Friday. Saturday, Saturday I might go back to the chicken chunks and the taters. But what are we having Saturday? Saturday is cereal. So I'm doing a cereal taste test. So that will be unique. I don't know where I'm going to do that. If I'm going to do it here or if I'm going to do it in the kitchen. I'll have to think about that. Honestly, I don't know. So I've got stuff to think about there. And then Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be Tubeti. And I've got that Longo's brownie. I've had that before in the video series and it was amazing. So I'm looking forward to eating that again. No. Sunday and Monday. That's what it is. And then Tuesday, I'm going into town. So. The question is, though, do I give myself a day off? So do I not have the brownie on Sunday? That's the question. No, I have to have the brownie because it expires on the 19th, which is Tuesday. That's the best before date. So I'm dealing with best before dates. I think that's just what I have to do. And hopefully my stomach can handle it. I'm going to hope my stomach can handle it on Tuesday when I go into town. Otherwise, we'll have an embarrassing incident. And then Tuesday should be, once again, a super exciting day. Have the burger and fries, then a pizza for dessert. I'll have updates on what sort of food I bought. Hopefully I'll have another cake and some croissants as well. And also the school snacks. The school snacks video I'm not really that interested in, at least taste-wise, because I don't think they taste that great. So it's going to be more for nostalgia. And I mean, I'll taste all of them, and I'll be honest, but it's not going to satisfy my need for a big dessert. But it should make for an interesting video. And then we also have the candy taste test, which should be fun. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I love eating candy. And I'm going to get a whole bunch. I'm going to get tons of candy. Tons of variety of candy. So I won't be eating like a whole ton of candy, but I'll be eating a whole bunch of different varieties. And so that's the big surprise, the big news going into town. There's going to be no Indian food this time. So, yeah, I replaced that with the pizza because I want to do the pizza. The small pizza I had last time was just so good. So what did I decide? I think I decided on getting 2 small pizzas. So now I just have to figure out which kind of pizzas I want. I think I'm going to get another Canadian pizza, which is the same one I had last time. But I have to get a different flavor, a different type of pizza for the other one. I'm not sure what I'm going to get though, but I'll figure that out. They do have options. They have a whole bunch of different options. So that should be fun to pick a different option. And I think that's it for the video. So tomorrow, Pop-Tart video. That might be the most interesting video of the whole video series. I don't know. Anyway, until then.